So I'll simply put that, but you can see that barrier there.
Yes.
Can you see the cabin that's behind this where the barrier
Yes.
is? That's where the signal box originally stood. And it got moved to just off of the road by about 5 metres. Just about where the end of, I'll show you when we go round there. So what they did, they craned it. So
Yeah.
Bill Thompson that used to own the little cottage that was there. They craned it. They come and he bought it off the British Rail for £5. But I think it cost him £240 to get the
To get it
crane
moved.
So they picked the crane up, they picked the signal box up and plonked it down. Well, what then had happened, I brought the kiddies, so as we bought the property, we had no idea that my wife was then pregnant.
Yeah.
So after 13 years, suddenly, boom, she becomes pregnant with twins. We brought the kids home on the, probably, I guess about the 20th December. Now the river is just down there. You can't really see
Just
it.
over the banking of the
Yeah,
railway.
there's 2 runs, and there's one just down there. It got diverted.
Oh yes, I can see one. Yeah,
You can see one over there on the
There's one down there as well.
on the other side, but there's one down here. And the ground floods. When at certain times it floods. It doesn't affect us. It never. It's never. Well, it got when we brought the kids home. It had got this close to coming in the cottage, and I said to my wife, I can't afford to have worked all my life to renovate this cottage for something that's going to flood. So we then applied to the council that could we take it down and rebuild it. I said I'd build exactly what was there. They come out and said, well, we don't mind you taking it down.
Yeah.
We don't mind you building a new property, but we don't want you to match it. So why not? Well, because we don't like the look of it. Which was a shame, because but it did have a horrible 70s extension on it. It was square, horrible, flat roof, everything. So that's what we built, and well, I built it, and I've built it so as it's higher than the road. You know, it was this much higher than where it was. So I then said to them, well, can I move the signal box? Where do you want to move it? I said, well, I want to move it just here. They said, no, don't think so. I said, why not? So we don't think it'd be in keeping. And I said, what?
I used to sit there. It's the same place it came from.
Find the signal box next to a railway line. Anyway, I eventually convinced them that I wanted to move it and that no reason why I shouldn't move it.
Yeah.
So they then made me have a bat survey and an otter survey.
Oh, no way.
Which is what I did do. And I will do it up. I started to do it up. I started to pull it around. I'm putting the boards back.
I'm going to say you've done a lot of the flooring work already.
These are the boards. I've had to repair the floor. Obviously we're over that, but it's all second-hand boards. There's some of it. I'm putting the boards back up. This all come down. I'm going to insulate it because I feel that if I insulate it, I could use it as a man cave.
Yeah, yeah.
This is
Original fire.
that's the original fire, which I wanted to put back in, and I still possibly would. That little wood burner come out of my cottage. But I think I've probably got all the parts, but this bit's broken. Here.
The plate top.
And apart from that, I think I've got all the bits. But there should be no reason why it wouldn't work. Get some windows made. I didn't have time to make any.
What were the original windows like? In
Exactly
a very,
the same,
very
just
poor
falling
condition.
apart.
Yeah.
Well, they're downstairs. 2 of them's downstairs. yeah, no, it's all. I think it's. I mean, those were the original windows. Look.
Yeah.
Um,
There's a very small box on the quiet. I'm just trying to think what size frame would have been in it. About there, isn't it?
yeah, you can see the size of it.
Line there. The crossing's still only about 100 yards away, and he started restoring the box, and it's in remarkably good condition woodwork wise, and the gentleman who's restoring it's a joiner now. He's still got a lot of the original features. Woodwork wise, very good condition. A lot of the woodwork's been preserved in. He's had new windows made, as he explained before, to replace all this front and side. There's a bit of work going on inside to actually board it out. He's just made new stairs, etc. We've still got original treads and everything there. So the original stairs and the treads still exist. New handrails and everything. There's no frame for the box. That didn't get saved with the box, unfortunately. But the original stove did. So it's a lovely box. Not too big. Just a crossing box as usual. And I actually managed to get the sign as well with it, which is very nice. So I wish him all the best in the restoration of this box. It'd be nice to come and see how this gets on over time. See what happens. But it's really quiet here. I'm just waiting for a train to go past on the main line. Now, you can't mention Bruern Signalbox without the history of the stained glass window as well. Ken Thompson, who was a gentleman who originally helped save the box, was quite big in the area, and he'd arranged for the signal box to be saved. And whilst most of the equipment was removed from the signal box, the stove was left in. In fact, the stove ended up paying for the crane to come and shift the signal box. And if you just come a mile down the road, St Jude's Church here in Milton, that's actually got a stained glass window in the Lady Chapel in memory of Ken. There's a little plaque here on the corner that explains everything about it. But if you just look very carefully, that little orange patch just there, which I'll zoom in on in a minute, that is a depiction of the signal box, and obviously the chickens. That's part of the story of everything that went on as well with the signal box. So it's nice just to see this little extra piece of history a mile away from the crossing itself.